Hi and welcome to another video of us. Today we will give you or show you a 5 to 10 minute movement routine that you can do at your desk every single day. That is especially good for you if you're desk bound, if you have a desk job, an office job, and don't have the chance to move a lot throughout your day. This routine is what you need.
So this movement routine is not about how much reps and sets you should do, and if you don't do two sets, if you only have time for one set, then it's bad or it's not effective. This is just a movement routine that you can implement into your daily work just to feel good, right? And to get your body, especially your upper body and your spine moving. And yeah, health is about movement, so the more movement you have during the day, the better it is for you. So just move whenever you can, and it doesn't matter if you do 2 or 3 sets, just move, right? So let's waste no more time and jump straight into the first exercise. We're gonna start with the neck, and we're gonna do some neck cars. So for the neck cars, take a deep breath. Pack the air down here in your abdominal area, and we're gonna do 3 circles clockwise and 3 circles counterclockwise. So these are not just normal neck circles or joint circles, these are neck cars, so controlled articular rotations, and we're gonna go through the full range of motion of our cervical spine here. So from here, as I said, take a deep breath, and we go down with a chin onto our chest. From here, we slide the chin to our shoulder as far as we can, then we lay our ear onto our shoulder as far as we can, then we're gonna reach back, biggest circle we can, then the ear here on the left side is on the shoulder again, then our chin, and we're gonna go back to our sternum here with our chin and reverse the movement. Slow and controlled, the biggest circle you can. If you feel pain somewhere, just go around the pain and not push in too hard. Beautiful. As I said, you should do, or in best case, 3 circles in each direction before you or we move on to the next exercise. So now that we went through the full range of motion with our neck cars, now we're gonna get a deeper stretch here in the lateral side, lateral parts of our neck. And for that one, slide on the edge of your chair so you don't get restricted by your chair with your arms. And we get a stretch right here in the right side of the neck. For this one, push your right arm as far down as you can while trying to stretch your opening side here, and you can help with your free hand here to push even more. Hold the stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. After that, go to the other side, push the left arm down, try to increase the stretch with your hand if needed. Hold that for 20 to 30 seconds, and repeat that 2 or 3 times depending on how much time you have. So these are the 2 first exercises for your neck to free up and open your cervical spine, and just to feel good if you have a stiff neck from looking at your computer all the time. So the third exercise, we are going to target our thoracic spine. So thoracic spine is pretty restricted if it comes to desk-bound work, because the usual and normal position here is like that, leaning forward with this nerd neck here and this flexion in our thoracic spine. So we're gonna fight against the flexion and get the full spine, full T-spine moving here, and starting with some thoracic spine cars. For the thoracic spine cars, actually you should turn away again from your desk so you have a little bit of space here, and maybe on the edge of your chair so you don't get restricted by the back of your chair. From here, we're gonna again go through 3 reps clockwise and counterclockwise. And before you start, Make sure your cervical spine is not moving with the thoracic spine. We should only focus on thoracic spine movement. And before you start, take a deep breath again. So, give yourself a hug here. Take a deep breath. And from here, try to flex forward. As I flex forward, try not to flex with your full spine. So not with your tilt junction, not with your lumbar spine. Hopefully you see that in the video. Try to be as upright as possible. Have a little bit of tension in your abdominal area so you prevent the lumbar spine from flexing here. So only your thoracic spine is flexing. From here, we rotate with the upper body. Then we laterally flex or bend to the side. And from here, we're opening up in extension. So try to push the chest out and up to the ceiling. And from here, laterally bend again. Hope you see that. And then rotate and come forward again. We reverse that movement. So upright position again, then take a deep breath, flex, rotate, laterally bend, open up as much as you can, push your chest out, really feel that extension in your thoracic spine, then laterally bend, rotate, and come forward. Do that, as I said, if you can, 3 times clockwise, 3 times counterclockwise, but it's also okay if you just do 1 repetition if you don't have time. As I said, it's just important to move your body, okay? So the fourth exercise, and we're gonna also target our T-spine, and we're gonna do some reach backs, some T-spine reach backs. For that, again, I recommend you to slide on the edge of your chair. And from here, take a deep breath. With your arms, take it in shoulder flexion here, and then push your chest out, your tilt junction out. Then your cervical spine. And reach as far back as you can. And come back again. Another rep. Full extension. You should feel an opening, a releasing stretch right here in your lats, in your abdominal area. Push your chest out to get more thoracic extension. Hold the end position for 2 to 3 seconds and then come back. Try to go or aim for 5 to 10 repetitions, again, depending on your time and your feeling of stiffness, okay? So after these 4 exercises, we're gonna target our lateral side and more of our T-spine and more of the rotational capacities of our spine, okay?
So following up on the reach backs, we'll now basically go for lateral reach backs or lateral reaches and try to open up not only the neck but the whole lateral side of our body. So basically what we're trying to do is you take one arm and then reach over to, now I'm leaning with my body to the right side and my left arm is up, and just reach as far as you can and try to get a bend right here so that you really feel an opening, like an opening stretch on the other side. And if you feel something here, if you feel like it's restricting you there, only go as far as you feel comfortable doing. And then when you find your end position, try to just get your arm to reach a little bit further to the side. And then repeat on the other side, just reaching and breathing. Opening up both sides. And again, you can't try to aim for 5 to 10 repetitions. Do how many you feel like doing and how many you feel like do you good. And don't aim specifically for a specific number. Just try to move. And then next up we have spinal waves. And these are actually one of my favorites because you like really get the flowy movement. And what we want to do is we want to try to like move our entire spine into flexion and extension. So reaching forward, arms back. And as we go into flexion, arms come forward. Try to tilt our pelvis. And we can use our head to exaggerate the movement. Same with our arms, they exaggerate the movement so we get into deeper spinal extension and spinal flexion, or that's what it feels like. And then we can try to keep our head still and only move the spine with our arms. No head movement. And just play around with that. Get a little bit of flowing movement throughout the spine. Next, we have spine rotations. We've done a lot of lateral flexion and extension. We haven't targeted a lot of rotation yet. So what we want to do is basically, when you're in your chair, you just try to get your left arm behind or onto the lateral side of your right leg, and then just try to twist. You can use the other arm to push yourself deeper into the rotation. And then when you find your end range of motion, just try to use your spine and your core to rotate just a little bit deeper into rotation, okay? So you just try to get into deeper range of motion using active muscle control, basically. And then other side, try to find your end range and try to squeeze out a little bit more rotation using your spine, using your core. And again, repeat for a desired amount of reps. Like 5 reps on each side is a good way to start. And again, you don't have to do it all like after each other. You can basically spread the 5 reps or 10 repetitions throughout your entire workday. So you start with 1 rep, and then next hour you do another rep, and then after lunch you do another rep, just so you get a decent amount of movement. So the idea of this routine is to not get movement in a bulk, but it's better to like actually spread the movement throughout your entire day. So take like a minute or 2 each hour, or like 5 minutes each hour to move just a little bit instead of just moving once. Okay? So final exercise that we have for our pelvic rocks, and we're now at the lowest part of our spine basically. And what we want to do is, I hope you see it good, because we just basically try to get into an anterior pelvic tilt. So we just try to basically tilt the pelvis under and our tailbone up to the sky. And then from here, we try to get the tailbone down into the ground, having a slight rounded back, and then back into an anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. Just trying to tuck the pelvis under, and then back up again. So now it's down. Now try to tilt it up, down. Just moving a little bit. You can even do that while you're working, basically. Just a little bit of movement. And because this is a simple movement, you can try to aim for 10 reps at once, if you can do it. And yeah, like I said, try to spread the movement throughout your entire day. Try to do like maybe 2 or 3 times a day, maybe 5 times a day. I don't know your work job. I don't know what you need to do and how involved you are in your job. But just try to incorporate a little bit more movement and you'll feel a lot better. So I hope you liked it. If you like it and if you tried, then leave us your comments below, leave us a like, and subscribe to our channel for more information on mobility and movement and strength. And if you want even more info or want to look into our courses, we have an online mobility course, we have several other strength courses, then click the link in the description below and check out our website.